super cool about Miami is that there's small little cities within itself, and we're gonna share with you today a place called Edgewater. I'm gonna put a little map here on the side, but Edgewater is located on the side of Wynwood, and it's about north of the downtown area and also south of the Design District. It is a very prime area to be in Miami because it's located next to really major highways that connect you to the beach and also to those downtown areas that I just mentioned. So Edgewater is a really nice and up and coming area in Miami, and Martino's going to share some cool facts about Edgewater as well.
What's up, people? We're in Edgewater today, the best place to be in Miami. No, I'm just kidding. All of Miami is the best place to be. Trust me on that. I'm from Miami and it's amazing. But today we're highlighting Edgewater. Now, the reason we want to highlight this to you is because as we're doing our research and as we're learning more about Miami, as Shreena said, we find that there's so many different neighborhoods that make up this beautiful place. And they're actually ranked. And Edgewater, the place we're going over today, is actually rated one of the best neighborhoods in Miami.
Number two.
Number two, and that's livable. So it's ranked number 2 most livable place to be in Miami, and then ranked number 1 for young professionals looking to live and work in Miami. As we were looking, you know, people kind of talk about Edgewater as a more chill version of Brickell, and I think that's a pretty accurate statement. Here in Edgewater, you get the beautiful luxurious buildings, amazing restaurants, tons of activities to do with all the views and affordable rents.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that makes Edgewater super special, is that it's a place where people can come, live comfortably, and don't have to really be in the middle of the city as you would be in Brickell. So in this video, we're going to show you some cool things about Edgewater, what we like, what we don't like, and we're going to show you some cool spots that we like, because, you know, Beyond the Beach always got some cool things that I'm planning for you. So hope you enjoy the video, and let's get rolling.
Let's go and explore Edgewater.
One of the cool things about Edgewater is the parks. Now, I bring that up because here in Miami, especially in Brickell, as I mentioned, there's not a ton of parks because, as you can see, it's really, you know, compact. There's a lot of jobs, businesses, office spaces here, which makes it difficult for people. Wasn't expecting that. I guess that's the one beautiful part about living in Florida. No, but back to Edgewater.
It was fireworks, people. It was just fireworks.
Yeah, just fireworks. So one of the great things about Edgewater is the amazing parks. So Sabrina, I know that you've spoken highly about this, and you work in Edgewater.
Yeah.
What is one of your favorite parks to come to, and what do you like about the parks here in Edgewater?
Yeah, so I love coming to Margaret.
Okay. All right, sorry about that. People were just shooting fireworks a second ago. That's never happened before, but we're gonna keep rolling anyway. Sabrina, I know that before the fireworks, I was asking you, you work in Edgewater, and I know that you've spoken highly about the parks. What is your favorite park, and what do you like about it, and what do you not like about it?
Yeah, sure. So my favorite park here in Edgewater is the Margaret Park. It is an awesome location because to the right you can see the amazing views of Biscayne Bay, and also to the left you can see the urban landscape of Edgewater with the high-rise and mid-rise buildings. It is a beautiful, I would say, balance of cityscape and nature, because a lot of open spaces can be found in Edgewater, unlike other areas in Miami that are mainly like the concrete jungle that you see in a lot of drone shots or movie scenes. So at least I find that Edgewater is a really cool location, and even though it is geared towards more young professionals, you can see a lot of families in the areas as well with their dogs. So it is also cool to see a lot of activity that is separate from, let's say, the busy business scenery that you can get from Miami, and people are just coming out to relax.
Yeah. Also, the views are dope. Like, check out the views.
Miami as it gets.
That's just my, yeah, literally. Quick tip about Edgewater. Edgewater is a great place to have your own real estate investment. The reason I say that is because, as we've been talking about in the video, Edgewater is a new location where a lot of people are starting to migrate to. This area is great for young professionals, even people working in stable jobs. People are living here in Edgewater, and people also coming here for vacation. Now, the reason I say Edgewater is a great place to have real estate is because you're always going to be able to rent out your condo or your home here. Or if you don't want to do a rental, you can always Airbnb it. Edgewater, we got this going over here, look at this. No, you're good, you're good. But yeah, so you're always going to be able to have an investment or real estate income producing property here in Edgewater. I know the sign behind me says Opportunity Zone, but they're only talking about specifically this location here. All of Edgewater is not an opportunity zone, just for all you investors out there.
Another great quality about Edgewater is that its mobility is amazing. You can get around, it's a very walkable area, but you can also catch a scooter or go on a bus or the trolley that is free. The trolley is free throughout Miami. So if you go online, you can look up trolley routes. They're located all along Edgewater that connect you to also nearby areas such as Wynwood in the Design District for free, or you can get a low-cost scooter or a bus ride.
Baby, you got it. You got switching sides on me, baby. I'm so enticed, but you can only make it last so long. I still see HD. I still see Odyssey 1080p.
So as we covered, Edgewater is one of the most desirable places to live in Miami right now. And one of the reasons, as I'm sure you've heard, if you looked up anything about Edgewater or Miami, the restaurants and cafes around here are so beautiful and unique. As you saw, we're actually right by a cafe, right by the Maurice Park, which is a place that anybody can go if you're by the park or you live locally in the area. The food here is really cool, and the people that are serving you are really, really nice.
Even though it has a lot of residential qualities, there's a lot of young professionals and office buildings and sceneries down here. So the cafe scene complements that very well. And you can stop and get a coffee right before you go to work, or just order your lunch ahead of time and go right down the street and pick it up. So it's a really nice scene to stay active and also to work.
It's all about uniqueness and value that these restaurants have. They're all different from one another. Like, I'm sure you might see common Starbucks or chains like Panera Bread around here, but really what makes Edgewater and Miami special is the intricacies that people use when they make their different restaurants and cafes hospitable to you. So that's one huge point of why Edgewater is super cool. Pro tip, you want to save money at cafes and restaurants? Bring your mirror bottle.
Mirror is a sustainable drinkware company, and they specialize in a lot of bottles and other drinkware like mugs to help complement your trips to cafes and restaurants and parks. And it's also a great company that loves to give back to people in the environment. We have a special code for our viewers for Mirror, where you can get any Mirror product on mirror.com for 20% off. We're going to attach that link below for you to get your next Mirror product for 20% off.
Okay, rent. We're going to talk about rent and living costs in Edgewater because I didn't talk about it yet. So the rent here, on average, of course it depends on where you live. However, Edgewater is known to have the most affordable luxury living in the Miami City area. Now, just to give you an idea, if you look on the map, Miami really is just this Edgewater area, Midtown, Brickell, and a little bit of Coral Way, that area right here. So in that whole area, Edgewater actually has the most affordable living for luxury real estate. Now, what would that cost? The rent here, on average, just to give you a spectrum, for 1 bedroom, 1 bath, it's gonna be $2,000 to rent. The HOAs we've seen are around $500 a month, depending on where you live. You live in a nicer place and it costs $1,000, but most places can cost about $500 for HOA. And if you're gonna be in a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, that's gonna be around $3,000. So just to give you an idea of what the costs are like renting here in Edgewater. Because another important fact, out of all the people that live here in Edgewater, 70% of them are renters. There's only 20-25% people that actually own a place here in Edgewater. Most people that live here are renters. And a fun fact that I found out while doing research for this video is that 44% of the people that live here in Edgewater are actually foreign born. So a lot of diversity, a lot of culture here in Edgewater if you come.
So along with the awesome views of Biscayne Bay, you can see small islands located within the bay from Edgewater. And on the side there, we saw the picnic island, and it's really cool. Unfortunately, you'll only be able to access it if you have a boat, but it's really cool to see in the afternoons. A lot of people ride up to the island and they just like set up camp and just party on the boat and also on the island and the sandbars that's surrounded around it. So it's also really cool scenery to see the activity in Edgewater and also on the ocean.
Yeah, if you're gonna come to Edgewater, find a friend that has a boat so you can go meet some famous and rich people on the island. It's gonna be crazy.
Or people that are down for a good time. Thank you so much for exploring Edgewater with us. You saw it all in our video, from the amazing views, the lovely restaurants and cafes, and the great business scene. This area is geared for young professionals, but you saw it is actually for everyone. Like, there's families here, people that just graduated from college, and as we said, young professionals, and people that are just loving Miami and just want to have a more calm side of the busy life that you can find here. And Martino, would you like to add anything about Edgewater?
Yeah, Edgewater is a really beautiful place. Like any place, it is a neighborhood in Miami, so I know a lot of people are going to think that it's like the city of Miami, but it's not. It's actually a neighborhood in Miami that houses people through luxury apartment buildings and condominiums, and with a plethora of beautiful restaurants, bars, cafes, place to study, do work, and live and have a beautiful life. So check it out if you come to Miami. It's a great place to Airbnb. I'm sure you'll find tons of them on Airbnb.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And don't forget, it's the second best place to live in Miami. So it is also a great place to vacation, but it's also a great place to live.
See you next time.
There's always more beyond the beach.